At the Institute for Molecular Bioscience, we dare to imagine a world without chronic pain. As a pharmacist, I'm very well aware that more than 70% of the drugs that we currently use actually have their origins from natural sources. We are using venoms as the next inspiration for drugs tackling some of the world's biggest problems, like, for example, heart disease, stroke, or in my case, chronic pain. I believe that the best way to solve a problem is to understand a problem. We work right from understanding a disease to finding cures for those diseases. Venoms themselves are actually comprised of hundreds or thousands of individual molecules, but each of these molecules themselves have a specific function. So collectively, the venom might be dangerous to humans, but individually, the components might be useful. So when you hear venoms, most of the time people think mostly of snakes, particularly in Australia, where we have some of the world's most venomous snakes. But in fact, venoms have evolved in many, many different types of animals, and we've essentially looked at anything that's venomous in the past. So for example, we've got a big research program in cone snail venoms, but we're also looking at spiders, scorpions, a sea anemone, for example, and most recently we've actually even looked at venomous plants. Some of my work has looked into how the giant Australian stinging tree causes such intense pain. So, much to our surprise, what we found was a new pain gene that influences the way our pain-sensing nerves work. So in future, we hope that we can engineer these pain-causing toxins in this plant to actually alleviate pain. The future is really only limited by our imagination. We have the potential to fundamentally change the way we approach treating human disease, and if venomous animals can help us do that, then I think the sky's the limit as to what we can find cures for.